good sophomore, or the best, fundraising chair?
I'm really creative with ideas. I'm very dedicated and hardworking, and on top of that, I have leadership experience.
Could you elaborate a little bit more, please?
I'm currently a parliamentarian for FBLA, so I'm exposed to the environment of being on an officer staff and the responsibilities that it takes to run a large organization such as Keep
What will your academic schedule look like next year?
I'm taking a very challenging schedule, but that doesn't mean that I won't have time set out for Key Club.
So what is it?
I'm taking 5 APs and 1 honors.
What are
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit more about your extracurricular schedule for next year in terms of other clubs?
My only other major club that I would be spending time in would be FBLA.
Are you going to run for position?
Yes, I am.
What are you running for?
Most likely treasurer.
Okay, Chung, looking at the list that you gave us is very impressive, but there's a few problems that I've caught on to, such as the game nights, poker, and mahjong. They're very, very good ideas, but for fundraisers, we could encounter legal issues for that, especially through the school because it's gambling. And so how would you deal with problems like that?
They're just basically general ideas, but like obviously we can promote like no gambling. We can stress that, and if we did the DDR, that wouldn't become an issue.
How would you raise money at events such as that?
Basically an admissions fee and potentially a small prize for whoever wins. And of course, the funds raised would cover that and more.
Okay.
So you mentioned,
You go first.
okay, you mentioned that you have experience in leadership. Can you give me any specific example?
Basically, I'm exposed to like all the individual steps, like how important is early planning for an event and going through the process of sending in a requisition and all that, and organizing events.
But do you have a specific example of when you showed leadership?
Basically just day in and day out whenever I need to take charge.
Okay, so and you also mentioned that you do have experience being on staff in a large organization. You're talking specifically about FBLA or other groups?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you think makes Key Club different from these other large organizations, and what do you think would be potential things or challenges that you might face in adapting to this kind of leadership?
Well, with Key Club, the staff is very professional, but the members are much more casual than many other clubs, and of course, it is an extremely large, despite other large organizations, Key Club is still significantly larger, so the numbers issue would definitely take adapting to, because with more people, it is more responsibility, but that's a challenge I'm more than willing to take up, and I feel as if I will do an extremely good job in coping and adapting to the environment.
Previously, like say you're going to be involved in FBLA next year, previously we have events that conflict. What would you do if you were to be expected at, like say LDI versus Fall Rally?
In that situation, I'd pick whichever club I'm most needed in. For example, if Key Club required me more than FBLA, I would choose that, and if vice versa, I would do as such.
Okay, so we have another scenario for you, or a scenario for you. Say that Fall Rally had a fire, so the day of Fall Rally, everyone's gathered at the school, the bus is already there, everyone's ready to go, and you get a call, or the president gets a call from the LTG, and they say, Fall Rally's canceled, there's a fire, it's not happening. But your buses have already been booked, they're at the school, and you have a whole bunch of angry Key Clubbers. What would you do what would you do personally to fix the situation?
I would confer with staff and see if there's any alternatives out there to gather with everyone else to maybe some other way to show spirit and have bonding afterwards. And then I would relay this information to the club and mention out that there is this alternative available if they would like to consider it.
Okay. All right, so what does community service mean to you?
Community service to me means because we are in like as kids in the situation we are very grateful, or like we're in a very good position, and we should be grateful for that. So community service to me means giving back to people who help you get so far, giving back to your environment, everyone that has helped you reach where you are, and just having a good heart and benefiting others the way that you have been treated.
What are some personal goals you would like to achieve for Key Club in general?
Could you rephrase that?
What would you like to
see
improve?
in the club?
Oh, okay. I'd like to see more fundraising, because I feel as if there's basically food fairs and one large fundraiser, which basically all goes towards banquet. But I feel as if, like, in the beginning of the year, if we don't have funds, it's really hard to start up. So potentially in the summer or at the end of the year, to raise funds for the next year so that getting everything started would be a much smoother transition, because there would already be funds available from the previous year.
Okay. All right. So, do you have anything else that you'd like to add that you were unable to tell us during the interview?
No, I think that's it.
Do you have any questions?
No, I think
Okay. So,
What's your favorite song?
Dear.
What's your favorite song? I'm just asking.
do you have a favorite?
not
What's the first song that comes to your head?
Want to sing something in Chinese?
I don't know very many Chinese songs.
Pick a song.
Okay. The fun song.
No, sing it.
Sing it for us.
F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere and anytime at all. Down here in the deep blue sea.
Alright, last question. How do you feel?
I feel good. Oh, I feel so good. Oh, I feel fine all of the time. A booga, a booga, a booga, booga, booga.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.